Students, welcome back to the online video class. I'm still your teacher, Ogugwa Okechukwu, who is teaching you mathematics. For today's class, our topic is angles in a triangle. Under this topic, we are going to look into the meaning of a triangle, the interior and exterior angles of a triangle, and then the calculations involving triangles. In the meaning of a triangle is a polygon with 3 sides and 3 angles. A triangle is a polygon with 3 sides and 3 angles. We'll have the next one, the interior and exterior angles of a triangle. In the interior and exterior angles of a triangle, we'll have some rules that will help us to solve some problems related to the triangles. One of them is this: the sum of interior angles of a triangle is equal to 180 degrees. The sum of interior angles of a triangle is equal to 180 degrees. Those interior angles of a triangle are, as you can see on the board, A, B, C. So from that rule there, we'll have it that A plus B plus C must be equal to 180 degrees. The second rule that will help us to solve any problem involving triangle is this: the exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the opposite interior angles. As you can see on the board, here is the angle X, here is the angle Y, and here is the angle Z outside the triangle. So this angle here is an exterior angle to this triangle. Exterior means outside, the angle that is outside the shape, a triangle. So this angle is exterior. Now these ones inside are interior. So this exterior angle Z is equal to the sum of the opposite interior angles, which are X and Y. So we'll have this formula: Z is equal to X plus Y. The angle here is X, this one is 64 degrees, and this one is 88 degrees. Then the second one is this: here is 2X, here is 3X, and here is 4X. Now for the first one, we're going to apply those two rules that way, one of those two rules that we identified earlier. So which one do you think is suitable for this? Okay, I think I can hear you say the first one. Yes, the first rule is one that is most suitable for this. So in that one, it says that the sum of the interior angles of a triangle is equal to 180. So in that case, it means that X plus 64 plus 88 degrees is equal to 180. Now we add up and collect like terms. We'll have X plus 64 plus 88 will give us, here is 2, this is 152 equal to 180. The next thing, X is equal to 180 minus 152. When plus 152 crosses the equality sign, it changes to minus. Okay, so 180 minus 152 is equal to 28 degrees. So for the first question, X is equal to 28 degrees. The second one, we'll have here 2X outside the main triangle that we'll have to consider. We'll have the angles at the bases, 3X and 4X. What do we do? First of all, we are meant to have an angle at the top part of the triangle. So now we'll have to recall what we learned in angles in parallel lines, of which one of them is vertically opposite angles. If you look at this, you notice that 2x and the angle, the vertical angle in this triangle from here, are vertically opposite to each other. And we have it that vertically opposite angles are equal, meaning that the angle here, the vertical angle for this triangle is equal to 2x. Hope you understood this. Now, if that is the case, we have 2x plus 3x plus 4x. The three of them must add up to 180 degrees. So the next thing, you add up. 2x plus 3x plus 4x will give what? We'll have 2x plus 3x is equal to 5x. Then 5x plus 4x will give 9x, equal to 180 degrees. So the next thing, divide both sides by the coefficient of x. The coefficient of x here is 9. So we divide both sides by 9. 9x divided by 9 will have x equal to 9 divided 180. 9 divided 18 is 2. 9 divided 0. So x is equal to 20 degrees. Then we go to the third question. In the third question, we have three angles of a triangle are 4x degrees, 4x minus 2 degrees, and 3x plus 6 degrees. We are required to find the value of x, A, and B, to find the largest angle. For the first one, in the first case, what we have to do is, we'll still apply that first rule, which is sum of angles in a triangle is equal to 180 degrees. And so that becomes so we'll have 4x plus 4x minus 2 plus 3x plus 6 equal to 180 degrees. Hope you can understand what we are doing. If you don't, feel free to ask your questions. Now, the next thing we do, we collect like terms. We have 4x, we have another 4x, we have 3x. They are like terms. And then the real numbers without variables attached to them, minus 2 plus 6 and 180. Now, for the ones that has variables attached to them, we have 4x plus 4x will give us what? 8x. Plus 3x will give us 11x. Then the next one, this is minus 2 plus 6. Minus 2 plus 6 is the same thing as 6 minus 2. And that will give us what? That will give us 4. Then when you collect like terms, you will have you have 11x is equal to 180 minus 4. The plus 4, as it crosses the equality sign, to change to minus. And so you have 180 minus 4, which is equal to what? 180 minus 4 will give us is equal to 176. So the next thing, we'll have to divide both sides by the coefficient of x. The coefficient of x is what? 11. 11 divide 11, you have x. Then 11 divide 17 is 1. Remainder 6. Place the 6 on this, call it 66. 11 divided 66 is what? 6. Therefore, x is equal to 16. Now, I would like you to find the value of the largest angle. That will be your exercise. So how will you do that? We'll have the first one, 4x. What does 4x mean? 4x means 4 times x. Now we have gotten the value of x to be 16. What you simply do is just, instead of writing x, now you have 16. And that will be 4 times 16. So whatever you get, you write it down. That is your answer. In the second one, you have 4x minus 2. You have to take on each of them so that you can be able to identify the one that is largest, the one that represents the largest angle. So into this, you do the same thing. 4 times that value of x which we have gotten. Whatever it gives you, subtract 2. In the third one, you have 3x plus 6. You do the same thing. 3 times that value of x we have gotten. Whatever you get as your answer, you add 6. Then after doing this, you can now select anyone that has the highest value becomes the one that represents the largest angle. Hope you understood this. Okay, now let's go to the last question, number 4. In this number 4 question, we'll have find the values of the angles marked by letters x and y. Find the values of the angles marked by letters x and y. Look at the shape, how it is. This is the exterior angle represented by x. Here is the angle at the top, the vertical angle, 46 degrees. Here is another one, 58 degrees, and here is y. Now, in that number 4, to find the value of x, now we are going to introduce or use the second rule, which says that the exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the 2 opposite interior angles. The exterior angle in this case is x. The opposite 2 interior angles are 46 and 58 degrees. So we're going to equate them. We'll have x is equal to 46 plus 58. Now, when you add this, what will you have? You simply have 104 degrees. When you add 6 to 8, that will give you 14. You write 4 and carry 1. 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 plus 5 will give you 10. That is 104 degrees. Okay, you come to the next one, y. To find the value of y, you can do it in 2 ways. The 2 ways in which you can do it are: 1. By applying the principle, sum of angles on a straight line is equal to 180 degrees. Or you can use the sum of angles in a triangle is equal to 180 degrees. All of them will still give you the same answer. But for the purpose of our topic today, for the purpose of what we are treating today, we are going to use sum of angles in a triangle is equal to 180 degrees. So in that case, it will be y plus 46 plus 58 is equal to 180 degrees. Then y plus 46 plus 58 will give us what? 104 degrees equal to 180. Then the last thing you do, you collect like terms. So y is equal to 180. When plus 4 crosses over to that side, it will change to minus 104. When plus 104 crosses over to the other side, it will change to minus 104. So we'll have minus 104 degrees. So 180 minus 104 will give us what? 76 degrees. That is 10 minus 4 is 6, remaining 7. 7 minus 0 is simply 7. 1 minus 1 is 0. You ignore it. So your final answer is 76 degrees. Hope you understood the lesson. If you have any question, feel free to forward your questions. Thank you for listening. It's a pleasure having you in my class. See you in the next video. God bless you.